Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm reading this book. So let's get started the video. K. Murali, Sound of Silence. Beyond the world of words and sounds, hear the sound of silence. Listen to the music in my life. For here you will find love in abundance. Happiness Happiness brings a song to our lips when we are sad. We talk to someone close to us and express our pain through words. Words connect and words bind, and after food and after a water and shelter, communication is perhaps the next most basic needs of the human being. Thus, when I first heard about Mr. Kapusami Murali, my first instinct was that here was a man who could have gone into oblivion because he cannot hear people speak, nor can he express himself through words. He could be the most unnoticed person in his circle. How he managed to achieve so much in life is nothing short of a miracle. Championing the cause of sign and language at the national level is not an easy job, nor is caring for the education and employment and matrimony of households of hearing empire men and women. Through the extraordinary institute called and deep leaders, Morelli has managed to help several others like him to live their dreams. Not only are his achievements and they also speak volumes about the pillar of humanity that Murali is. Interviewing Murali was one of the most challenging experiences of my life. It was the first time I had to understand someone's emotion without him and uttering a word. I had to appreciate the unspoken. I had to communicate with him without saying or hearing anything, something I had never done before. What complicated things further was that we are meeting for the first time. This difficult task was also a valuable lesson for me. By not understanding sign language, I was cut off from millions across the globe. I wonder if worldwide till such a person arranges an interpreter. For deep people was having an interpreter the only way to communicate with the so-called and normal human beings? Or could we put in a little extra effort in learning basic sign language to communicate with them? As I interviewed Murali, I realized how little effort it took to learn sign language. Murali's story is beautiful because it has been told not through words, but straight from his heart. Murali's story is special because despite the apathetic attitude of people around him and Murali conquer all odds, not only did his success open new doors for many like him, but also prove that even the sound of silence is powerful and provided it comes from the deep within. K. Murali was born in Coimbatore and was the fourth child in the family. His father was a district collector and mother and housewife. His parents were both perfectly healthy, so when their second baby, a girl, was born deaf, the couple did not notice the child and handicap for long. They simply thought that she was one of those children who took a little extra time to respond. But the elder one still did not. That day, panicked, the doctor broke the news to them and silencing Murali's parents with their child and disability. When Murali was born, his parents were more and continuous and noticed Murali's and unresponsiveness very early. Destiny had yet again played a cruel joke with the family. Two of their children had been born and hearing and speech impaired. The couple loved all their children equally. The kids grew up together and got and to their siblings' handicap. As Murali's sister, who was born healthy, puts it. We always wanted to communicate with each other, so we all picked up communication through sign language and lip reading without any effort or lessons. In some sense, none of us needed formal sign language training to be able to communicate to each other. In the 1960s, education for the deaf people was unheard of. Not that the scenario is any better today, and there is a big question mark on studies for the deaf and dumb. On the one hand, Parents and society feel there is no need to educate these people when it is unlikely here get a good job. On the other, the few who gone and forward to study and not given admission in good schools, employment is a big cause of concern. There are many jobs with the deep can do, but corporate houses, the deep population of 1.1 million in India is 98% illiterate. Yet there are only around 500 schools which enroll the deaf in the country. How can we speak to equality and fairness in such a scenario? Murali's parents were very keen on educating their children well. His father collected information from newspapers and paid visits to some school around where they lived. But since there were no schools for the deaf is Coimbatore, his father got himself transferred to Tiruvali and got Murali and his sister into a school for children with special needs. The school adopted the oral method of learning. This method focuses on lip reading and when trying to make people speak and sign through a rigorous training by professionals. For the united, there is a continued debate in the deaf community between the two methods of communication, one through sign language and the other through oral learning. Murali is of the opinion and that while oral learning can work for people who are partially deaf, up to 30% hearing loss, it does not work at all for people beyond a certain level of deafness, more than 60% hearing impair. She feels when a person had to struggle to utter words and his entire focus is on lip reading and trying to speak, how I can accept him or had to really communicate and advocate or oral oral learning failed to see these issues. Forced by teachers to adopt oral learning, Murali lost interest in his studies and did not pursue his graduation. Finding a job was not easy either. His parents were very disappointed and Murali's father opened a tailoring shop for Murali so he could at least earn a living. However, Murali played table tennis well and started and representing India at various and international events as he had to.